Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Denise, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thanks for coming back. All right, ladies, I am going to be getting my 63-year-old skin ready. Today, I'm going to give myself a little bit of a bump here with this e.l.f. My face is already hydrated, but I just want to add a little more just before I actually put on my foundation and all that good stuff. And one of these days I'm going to make a video when I actually have like legitimate time to, actually play around instead of, oh, I gotta hurry, I'm running behind, or anything like that. Okay. Because going to be running. I'm going to plump up my eyes. This is a probiotic, and it's a Tula, and it's a eye balm, so it's got like a cooling effect, it feels really nice. And so I'm going to let that set in for a minute, and then while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to take my chapstick, fill up my bigger wrinkles, and go ahead and cover that up. Now, I know you've seen people do it around their eyes, but me personally, I'm using it in my deeper wrinkles. Fill it up with wax, and whatever is going to go on top of that simply can't go down low enough to be that deep of a wrinkle anymore, because it has no space to do that because the wax is there. So I just put it everywhere. I mean, like, why not? I'm going to get rid of my gels. This is kind of a gray cast here. And just going to blend that out. So yeah, a little chit chat. My ladies and I are going to check out a new tea spot. The place that we used to have tea, our annual tea, is no longer in business. And so we're going to try a new place, which is really cool. We're excited to try something different. And it's a little ways away. I found with this club, generally people don't like to travel too far away, and as far as I can tell. And this is it, bye-bye. And so I try to keep things, our events and that, kind of close by. So this will be a little bit more of a drive, but these particular ladies are up for it. So that's wonderful to have people that, are into what you're doing. I mean, otherwise, what's the point? All right, just a little bit. When you're using concealer under your eyes, I try not to get directly underneath these lashes, because that is where most of your movement is. If there's going to be any kind of cracking in the makeup, it's going to be there. All right, so we have got that set. I'm also going to, I have another, I forgot this. I have a couple little like darker indents now. I'm a little older. The things you have to, really just kind of keep up with as it happens. It's just, I'm going to use my e.l.f. This is probably a medium to full coverage is what I would say. And I'm going to put setting spray on my beauty blender first, and then I'm going to make a little mixture of my, I'm going to use e.l.f. bronzing drops, real gold, in just one little drop. That's it. So like a baby drop in there. I'm going to mix that up because I want just a little tiny bit of sheen today. I want to look nice for I'm just going to pounce that in. A bit of contour. And then I'm going to take my NARS bronzer. This is a Laguna, and I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. And I am just going to give myself a little warmth. And you want to avoid your temples because generally, unless you've got wider temples, but generally as you're aging, that gets sunken and looks more skeletal. So you kind of want to avoid that. I know it looks like I'm getting it, and I am just barely, but you don't want to do it too much. And you just want to leave this section right here in the forehead basically alone. I'm going to get rid of my saggier skin here. This Laguna has absolutely no sparkle or sheen whatsoever. And I want to also, warm myself up with my Milani Luminoso. And I'm also going to use that same fluffy brush, and I want to get the tops of my ears and just let the little bits that fall off here, because I don't want to mess up my earrings and stuff, get them all gunky with stuff. And they really stay pretty clean if you stay just a little bit above and make sure you take a shower shortly after. So a little bit of my chest is going to show, so I'm going to get this Luminoso on my chest because my chest really doesn't have that many wrinkles, and so I can put that little bit of glow on there. But if I had a lot of wrinkles in my décolleté area, I wouldn't do it. All right, and then what I want to do is, the first place I will lose makeup is right here, and that is my dark blue area in with, I've got some L'Oreal Infallible, and it's waterproof. I like it. It's not too, doesn't make your face look too craggy, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I'm gonna use that. I'm also going to, I can set with a little setting spray, this little thingy came with this L'Oreal, and I'm just going to use the powder in here just to set my under eye. A lot of times I'll just use my setting spray and a brush to pat under my eyes, but today I just want a little more coverage. It's who is this? Elf? Yeah, Elf Luminous Putty Blush. I can't remember if this is in Tahiti what, but because lilac and this is a kind of a peachy undertone, corally undertone, maybe. And it's got just a little luminosity, which generally I don't do, but especially up here where I have, bad skin. But because I had acne when I was younger, but oh well. And that's kind of like the decisions you have to make as you get older. It's like, well, this isn't perfect and that's not perfect and whatever, and it's not gonna be and it's not supposed to be anyway. And like, which one do I care least about? Well, I'd rather look like I was more tan and whatever than, just not do it at all. So, And it's hard to get out of the pot for me. I don't know. I have to scrape it with my fingernails, you can see. Not a super fan of that. I'm gonna have to wash my hands again, but that's all right. And do my hair. You can see just a littlest bit of sheen in that, maybe. Okay. I'm not going to do any contour today, I don't think. Oh no, I already did. What am I saying? Okay, I am going to do the eyebrows next. Brush them down so I can see where I'm at. I don't really have to do this, but I do it for the tutorial purposes for sure. And I only really have a few gray hairs in my eyebrows, and so I'm not to the point where I'm needing to cover those up quite yet, but I know the day is coming. That is lilac. I think I will be getting into my Juvia palette, and that is called The Violets by Juvia. I love Juvia. She's got some great colors. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I love these. And so I think I will start off the inner part of my eye with this lightest color. I have kind of smaller eyes, and so I'm going to need all the room I can get to make my eye look like it's bigger than it is and more open. So I'm going to go on the inner corner here. All right, then I'm going to take this lighter color here, and it's got a shimmer in it, quite a bit of shimmer. Just drop that in right here. And that will help open up my eye. And then I'm going to take a blender brush and just kind of tap that in on the edges where it transfers over into the next color, this beautiful dark purple. And I'm going to pop that in at the end. And I'm just putting that on my movable lid up to my crease. I find my finger is the perfect size to do all that with. My pinky fits right in there perfectly, and yours will too, most likely. I am going to underline my eye just a bit. I underline just a different way probably than a lot of other people. I like to underline with a really tiny angle brush. It's really probably a lip brush. And I'm going to use another darker color here. And this is like more plummy. And I do it a little differently. I have smaller eyes, so I don't want to close off the ends here. So I like to just put it right here, or the end in here. So either end I like to leave free, but I do want my eye to have a little something under there. All right, and then I'm gonna take this deepest purple, and that's really deep, you guys. But put it right here, just above my natural crease, and I'm dabbing it in. I'm not going any further out that way, and I'm not going any further in this way because it'll close off my eye if I go in. So I'm dabbing it in first, and then I'm gonna blow it out. I prefer using circles rather than the windshield wiper motion personally, because this way I know I can't skip. And because this is going to be a T, I do want to kind of soften this. So I'm just going to take a soft bristle brush. I'm just going to take the work that I did, just kind of flick it all up. Oh, I do want to, you know what I want to do? I want to set my lips with powder, because that will truly be the best way to keep that lipstick on. Because I'm going to be eating and drinking tea. At the tea party. All right. So, okay. I feel like I have a piece of fuzz in there. Anyway, so while that's drying, let's do our lips. It's this one, it's the lighter one, and I just want to put over my Cupid's bow. Just a little, just like that, just like that. I'll also put some right here while I have it on now. And right here. Okay, so now. And then, it smells good too. I like to rub it out with my finger, and I don't like to get to the corners of your lips because they tend to droop and it makes you look sad or mad. So I go almost to the corners. I make sure and get the inside of my lip because I don't like that demarcation. And this makes it look so much more natural. The time has elapsed. I think my eyelashes are dry. Yes, they are dry. So, going to take a translucent powder. Do the hack where you recurl your eyelashes after they're dry. And so you want to put this translucent powder on this first so you do not tear your eyelashes out when you let go of this device. Second coat. I always look for new hacks, you know, and this one and partially the chapstick one, but I put it in different spots. I figured why stop it, you know. Why stop at just your eyes? It's not like that's where my wrinkles end. All right, so that's it for the makeup look. I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair. All right, well, I think this is going to be the look. And yeah, this is just an easy look. I still have to put eye drops in my eyes, but this was pretty quick for me to do. It's basically my same routine, just with different colors. And so I really love the eyes. I love the colors that are in there. I think they're really pretty. And yeah, that's gonna work. Oh my gosh, I need those eye drops. All right, guys. Well, I am going to hopefully get a little bit of footage of the new place so that you guys can see it, because it'll be all new to me and everybody else too. All right, we will see you here next time. Bye. Yes. A little bit of butter and plain cream cheese. Over here, we have milk bread with chili prawns and honey lemon aioli. On the other side, we've got a meat with our deviled egg, but no onions in the deviled egg. It's made with honey mustard.